It's the Houston Texans and the LA Chargers.
Your 2025 LA Chargers.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And off we go from SoFi. Starting from the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
Now run here with Amari on Hampton. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Johnson finds the football complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running it with Hampton. On the move, past the 40. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throw is there for Rondé Gadsden. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 22-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's Hampton on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down.
It's a gain of 16.
Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Hampton has the LA touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. approached this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Trayvon Smith with the return. This makes it up to the 25. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
A lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who earn postseason wins each of their first two seasons. And that's exactly what C.J. has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They go play action with Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 5 on the play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Shotgun now for Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 3rd down. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Throwing to the back of the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. No, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Well, this upcoming week, Brock, a big one for all of us here in the Madden community. It is the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Chance for all of us to celebrate our namesake, the impact he's had on the sport we love. across an incredible week of games. It all begins with Green Bay at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to continue all the way through to the bookend. Giants at Patriots, a rematch of a couple of Super Bowls on Monday night. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't get it to Rondé Gadsden the second. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. That's the end of one here. The Chargers have an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert to throw once more. Completed over the middle. And the Texans have it. A lot of space ahead. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they had a nice present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
This Texans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. Brought in by Gadsden. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He completes Gets it in traffic. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
It's a gain of 16
He finds him
yards.
16 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Again, it's Hampton. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. That one's nabbed by Allen. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hampton now up the middle. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Herbert. In the goal line. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Hampton does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. He gets it again. And he will not get in. The defense holds. Back-to-back stands at the goal line. And now it's 3rd and goal.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a 3rd down at your own 1. Yikes.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Chargers currently on top here at SoFi. Hampton. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime.
Touchdown,
love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. But let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
14. Texans nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. From the gun, Stroud finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Stroud again. Finds his back, marks. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So entering the locker room's got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And a stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Texans first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, Stroud. And he's conked, and it's Higgins again. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, That comes with time and experience.
On second down, Marks. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Stroud now on third. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards. First down, Texans.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Out the middle, it's Marks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Stroud from the pistol. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Houston.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
It's Marks on the handoff. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Chargers' 9-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to pull this one away.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Shotgun now for Stroud. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. Very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
brought down.
No
right
progress
at the
on
line of
first
scrimmage.
down, and that'll bring up
No
second and
gain on
10.
the play. Second
When you rush the
and
passer,
10.
it's kind of like tracking
At the
down a runner.
40-yard
That same
line.
pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
8-yard loss on the
Wow,
play.
it has been such a
It's now
good
third
day
down.
offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Third and long for him here. Into a crowd, and oh, intercepted! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 from the 43. In the pistol, they're going to run with Marks. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. To the air, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 32. Now it's Stroud. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. The tight end in motion now. Here's Chubb on second down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Stroud on the sneak. loaded and ready for that sweep, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
On the stop.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Stroud to throw on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled. Well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Truck pass brought in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, Chargers have 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Stroud. Drops back. Needs an open man. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming for Stroud. He'll set up the screen here for Marks. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans down by only 2 in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Stroud now bringing his guys up for this 2-point attempt.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Caught at the 1. He gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Herbert on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans take over a little ways beyond midfield. They're at the 46-yard line.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Kirk in motion left. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on 2nd. Here's Stroud now. Into the hands of Schultz. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. Back to throw it. Finding Collins. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
And the Texans, 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mox. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mox gets it. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
To Christian Kirk. 1st and goal, Houston.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Texans in range for a game-winning score. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have taken the lead late.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins with the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
10 yards on the pickup.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Get some space around midfield. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
23 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. the trusty tight end.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Hampton, and he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. They've got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Kirk comes in motion right. This is Marks. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So it's a win for the Texans. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.